my name is Diana Dominguez, and this is my Dismantling Stereotypes presentation on the film A Quiet Place. So, a quick synopsis of the movie. There's a family that lives in a constant fear due to the fact that they live where there are mysterious creatures that hunt by sound. The entire family does live in complete silence so that they can survive, and they do avoid making noises at all costs. And because of this, they do communicate with sign language. And one of the family members is deaf, and that family member's name is Reagan. Before watching the movie, I did learn that there are 90 to 95% of children with hearing impairments that have hearing parents, and this is true for Reagan. Reagan has both hearing parents and siblings. I also did learn that hearing aids are individually prescribed, and Reagan does wear hearing aids in the movie, but obviously her hearing aids were not prescribed by an audiologist. Her hearing aids were made by scratch by her dad that reads books about ears to hopefully make her a hearing aid one day that can really help her. I also learned that when a child has hearing impairments, it does often lead to parents being overprotective of that child. And this does occur with Reagan and her dad. Her dad doesn't think that she is capable of doing the things her brother can do. Her brother is terrified to leave the house and doesn't like when he has to go with his dad to help him. But Reagan's dad still chooses to take him instead of her, even though Reagan always volunteers and tells him that she wants to go. Her dad always gives her the same excuse that he would prefer if she stayed with her mom and that maybe she can go next time. So the actress who plays Reagan in the movie is actually deaf in real life. Her name is Millicent Simmons, and she does accurately portray what it's like to be deaf in a hearing family. I do think that the directors had Reagan save her family at the end of the movie on purpose, just to prove that her dad's views of her were wrong and that she is capable of doing all the things that her brother can do. Some of the psychosocial stigmas were that Reagan's disability is used as a melodramatic device. Obviously, Reagan is put in a very difficult situation where she is deaf and these mysterious creatures kill by sound. So she is obviously put in a situation where she can put herself and her family in a lot of danger. I also do think that the audience makes Reagan responsible for her own ostracism just because at the beginning of the film, she has a little brother that wants a toy, and their dad says no because it can put the family in danger if it makes noise. And Reagan disregards this and ends up giving the toy to her little brother anyway. And eventually, the toy makes a really loud noise, which ends up getting him killed. And Reagan does blame herself, and this does lead to the audience blaming her for her brother's death. Some of the effects on individuals is empowerment for Reagan, just because at the end, when she saves her family, she discovers that because of her disability and because she is deaf and has hearing aids, she was able to save her family and protect them from the mysterious creatures. I also do think that it brings sympathy because Reagan did blame herself for her brother's death. I also do think that it brings awareness for parents that doubt the capabilities of their child with a disability. I also do think that it brings importance to families and how important it is to have a family during hard times and that you can get through a lot with your family. And I also do think that it teaches to value our hearing and to value the access that we have to technology. Some of my learning experiences were that I learned about the deaf culture, and I learned that the deaf culture does not use the term hearing impaired. I also do wish to learn a little bit of ASL so that if I ever have a child with a hearing impairment, I am able to make them feel comfortable in my classroom by knowing some ASL. I would also like to push to always use person first language and to teach it to others, whether that be my family, my friends, or my future students. And I did learn that I should try my best to make my classroom accessible to all students by making it a safe and inclusive place. Thank you.